Hi, I'd like you to meet Dr. James Swift, oceanographer and bassoonist. He has the distinction of having played bassoon on the ice at the North Pole and on Antarctic soil. Here are some of the details of those two adventures. It was September 12, 2005. Scripps Institution of Oceanography research scientist James H. Swift departed his cabin aboard the Swedish icebreaker Odin and stepped out onto the ice at the North Pole. That was one of the warmer times of the month, about -8 degrees Celsius. He was carrying a barrel bassoon. He sat and played a few phrases from a Bach cello suite before returning to the relative warmth of his cabin. 5.5 years later, on February 18, 2011, another oceanographic expedition found Jim at McMurdo Sound in Antarctica. Here it was a bit warmer, about -5 degrees Celsius. He sat on an ice chest within sight of the Robert F. Discovery hut and again played the same phrases on the same bassoon. Unfortunately, wind can't sail to the South Pole, but -77 degrees, 50 minutes, and 45 seconds is as close as ships can get. So how did this all come about? Now an emeritus research oceanographer at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography at UC San Diego, Jim Swift has degrees from Case Western Reserve University and the University of Washington. He studies physical properties of oceans, including circulation, deep ocean mixing, and water chemistry, covering most of the world's oceans, with particular emphasis on deep ocean circulation and Arctic regions. These studies have taken him on 33 oceanographic expeditions. He has cumulatively spent about 3 years at sea on these expeditions. Jim is also a dedicated bassoonist, having now been second bassoon in the La Jolla Symphony for over 30 years. One evening at rehearsal, he lamented that his playing deteriorated while on cruise, and he wished he had a practice bassoon to take on voyages. Principal bassoonist Tom Schubert offered his secondary bassoon to fill that need. The offered practice bassoon is Hewlett bassoon number 44502, likely built in the late 1930s. It was purchased by Schubert during his senior year in high school and was played as principal bassoon in all Southern California High School Honor Orchestra and all California High School Honor Orchestra. Schubert continued playing it through his 8.5 years in engineering school until he acquired a professional level instrument and began playing professionally. Both Jim and the bassoon survived these two adventures without ill effect. I hope you enjoyed hearing about them.